Bitcoin broke the resistance right here, guys, and we have seen quite a pump in the Bitcoin price. But yeah, right now in today's video I want to emphasize the levels that we have to conquer, or at least that Bitcoin have to conquer, in order to continue to look this bullish. Because if we zoom out, we are definitely not there yet, but we are seeing the first signals which are looking actually very promising for the price of Bitcoin. So guys, all about that in today's video. With that being said, my name is Jeroen. Welcome to the Blockchain Today, the channel where you subscribe for daily crypto videos. Right now, let's jump right into it. And yeah, right now we are looking at the 4-hour time frame of Bitcoin. We actually have a funny pattern right here. We could be seeing a inverse head and shoulders pattern, where we have the left shoulder right here, head in the middle, and a right shoulder right there. There are actually multiple patterns possible. Right here we had a form of a triangle formation. We got a lot of resistance in this area right here. We got the declining resistance if we measure a trend line from the top, from this level right here. We measure it down, we had multiple touches, then we got a breakout right there. We can measure a neckline of that inverse head and shoulders pattern right here. We also saw a breakout. If we have a look at the volume that came along with that breakout, then we can see it's not that convincing, to be honest. So the price action is looking good, the volume not that, and it's also right now it's weekend, so that's also something we have to take in mind, guys, that normally the price action that we are seeing in the weekend is not that significant, and we want to see this price action continue after the weekend, during the week, and we want to see increased amounts of volume. Otherwise, this move that we have seen in the price of Bitcoin doesn't mean that much yet. However, I do understand it looks bullish, and it's always nice when Bitcoin pumps, but it can always be a small short squeeze, right? When the majority of the traders out there are opening a short position and there is not much liquidity, we can see a small short squeeze like this without too much volume. So that is just something to take in mind, guys. And if we zoom out right here within this whole pattern, then we can see as well that we have a declining channel with a declining resistance, and right now so far Bitcoin is getting rejected from the declining resistance, and I think that is going to be one of the most important levels to break, because that is going to show us that we are going to leave this declining channel and that we are going to enter a new structure, and that will be a massive Bitcoin bounce. And later we are going to evaluate whether that Bitcoin bounce can result in the next uptrend, which will bring Bitcoin to 100,000 US dollars, maybe even higher by the end of this year, guys, or whether that bounce will result in a retracement and eventually Bitcoin can see lower levels. Right now we have to stand open for both possibilities, for both scenarios, as there is not enough evidence yet to say with a lot of confidence what is going to happen, right? So right now let's go to the daily time frame. And yeah, guys, basically I'm still leaning towards the first scenario where we have been talking about over the past couple of weeks, right? That this is a consolidation, a structure of Bitcoin, and that we are most likely going to see a bounce from here. We have a lot of on-chain charts which are showing these signals, and we got also this nice, which is not confirmed yet, but potential bullish divergence on the daily time frame. I think that one would really be confirmed once we break that declining resistance right here with a nice amount of volume. If you want to take a level for that confirmation, I think you can take the level of 35,000 US dollars. That one is quite a significant level right here. If we were to break that one decisively, you can also say with more confidence, yeah, okay, we are seeing a bullish divergence. There's a lot of momentum right now coming into the price of Bitcoin. So that is going to be one of the signals that I'm watching. Then, of course, we have a very important signal, and this is actually quite bullish, guys. If we measure the declining resistance which we have on the relative strength index since the beginning of this year. So this resistance has been created since the beginning of this year. Bitcoin, every time when we touch this resistance, Bitcoin got rejected. It's very significant. We have seen major drops in the price of Bitcoin every time we've touched this level. So right here we've touched this level, right? We got quite a drop in the price of Bitcoin. Right here was as well. Exactly, we touched this level right here as well. Got rejected right here as well. within this pattern. We also got rejected multiple times, but right now Bitcoin finally, and it was just a matter of time, right? But finally Bitcoin right now can break above this declining resistance, which is basically telling us that there is a change in structure. We are right now seeing a change in structure, and that is actually looking good. So one scenario that is possible is maybe during the weekend or beginning next week, there's still a possibility that Bitcoin is going to come down and is going to set a low right here, to set a new higher low somewhere right here. I will show you the levels that I'm watching in a bit, but that we are going to see something like this: Bitcoin coming down, setting a higher low, which will bring in more buyers, which will bring in more confidence, and eventually has another test right here, and then we might be able to break out of this descending channel structure. And in the RSI, that will look as follow. We have seen the breakout right now of the RSI. We are coming back down right here, and then we can test the former resistance of that RSI, which has shown so much significance right now during the whole year as support. And that is an extra confirmation for the bulls as well. Okay, we can keep up with this momentum, and let's do it. Let's bounce from here. Let's start the next rally. So I think that is one of the scenarios that we are able to see right now in the price of Bitcoin. Let's zoom in the price of Bitcoin to have a look at the which level Bitcoin can retest. And I actually want to go to the 1 hour time frame. Right here you can see that on the 1 hour time frame, let me get rid of the drawings right here, we are seeing some form of a divergence, which actually makes a lot of sense, right? We have a lower high in the RSI. We also so far have a lower high in the MACD, and this is just short term, right? So this is just showing us, like, if we, most of the time, for everyone who has done my trading course, they know it as well, if Bitcoin is reaching resistance right here, and we are reaching that resistance with a exhausting momentum, which could be a bullish divergence, right? Then most likely we will first be getting a rejection right here and set a higher low. And once we have been setting that higher low, we have a stronger fundamental base for the next try, and the chances are increasing that the next try we are going to surpass that level. So right now let's have a look at a couple of levels below Bitcoin, which we could test still this weekend or the beginning of next week, and which we need to hold in order to set that higher low and in order to continue this bullish momentum. Well, first of all, let's start with the lowest level right here, which is the one of the most important levels to hold for Bitcoin. That would be approximately, the ultimate level would be approximately 30,500, but I think you can actually make a zone out of this, 30,500 starting right there, but going on till approximately 31,000. So it's quite a big zone, but yeah, this region Bitcoin definitely needs to hold in order to set that higher low. If we lose that level, then most likely we are going to test the previous lows, and even there is a possibility we will lose that level as well. So this is one of the most last levels Bitcoin actually needs to hold. But there are some levels in between, right? We got this declining resistance, which could hold as support. We have the former neckline, which can hold as support of this potential inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? So this neckline is at approximately 33,000. So I think it's possible as well for Bitcoin to come down, test 33,000. It would be a very optimistic scenario, right? It is possible to come back down. If we lose that 33,000 US dollar level, we most likely go to the next level right here, which is this trend line, and that level right now would be at 32,500, but if we will reach that level in the future, it would be most likely at approximately 32,000. 30,000, and if we were to lose that level, Bitcoin needs to hold this support zone of 30,500 till 31,000 in order to set that higher low and to make a second attempt. And I think if we make that second attempt and that comes along, that aligns with the RSI testing the previous resistance as the new support, then I think there's a high probability we are going to break out to the upside. And right now it is weekend, right, like I said, and if we go to the weekly time frame, we also have an important thing we actually have to do this weekend in order for Bitcoin to look bullish. This is more for the for the close, for the weekly close, and that is that Bitcoin needs to close above the 50-week moving average. And like we have been saying in my previous videos as well, guys, like we shouldn't turn that majorly bearish yet until Bitcoin has seen that weekly close below the 50-week moving average. Because if we have a look at historical times, Bitcoin touched this level. We have seen that, we've traded below this level, but we never got that weekly close below this level. And always we have seen, or most of the time, we have seen quite a significant bounce from the 50-week moving average. And this time, I think it's actually no difference. We traded slightly below the 50-week moving average. If we can get that weekly close above it, then that could be a nice signal with this bullish engulfing candle showing us that this might be the start of a nice bounce in the price of Bitcoin. And like I said, guys, this is going to be very important for all the ultra bears and for all the ultra bulls out there. I would highly suggest you during this time in the price of Bitcoin to, like Bruce Lee always says, be like water, try to adapt to the price action, stand open for all potential scenarios. I have a couple of scenarios I've been talking to you about that. This could be a ABC correction and that we are right now entering a fifth wave structure to the upside, which will bring the price of Bitcoin to $100,000 and above by the end of this year, latest by the beginning of next year. But we also have to consider the fact, and this is very important, that we could be seeing a bounce right here and that Bitcoin is going to roll over and is going to lose these lows right here. That is possible, guys. And even though that this is possible, it is still possible that the bull market has not been ended even when this happened. That we are seeing the months of July, August, September, we are still seeing some bearish price action right here. And then eventually towards the end of the year, we are entering a new rally again. So what I'm basically trying to say, guys, is that even though right now it's very likely, most likely, we are going to see a bounce in Bitcoin. I think that is definitely the higher chance of scenario right here. I've been preaching that already for the past couple of weeks, while everybody is actually saying that Bitcoin is going to 20,000, 24,000. So I hope you guys can appreciate that, to go against the stream, right, and just stick with my opinion with the signals that we are seeing, that most likely we still are going to see a bounce. But with that bounce comes along a certain openness as a trader, that you have to be open for that bounce can be a retracement as well. That bounce can be a retracement and that bounce can result in the next uptrend as well. Right now there's just too less evidence to suggest which one it will be. So that's why I think it's important to have that scenario open. So guys, if you are interested in trading Bitcoin, I would approach Bitcoin as follow. I would check for long positions whenever Bitcoin is going to make a retest. This would be a nice zone to enter a long position. Not financial advice, guys, but you also could wait till Bitcoin is breaking out of that descending channel right here and might catch a trade at the breakout, or might trade Bitcoin once we are seeing that retest, if we get that retest. And go from there. That would be my advice. I think that would be one of the more interesting things to do. Right now, I would personally not be that interested in shorting Bitcoin. Also because the funding rates right now have been for a longer period negative, and most of the time after a negative period of funding rates, we are seeing that it is causing buying pressure on the price of Bitcoin. But okay, guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed today's analysis, guys. For everybody who's interested in trading Bitcoin, you can do that over on the Bybit platform. Soon, in the next coming days, I'm going to launch a new video about the Bybit platform, and they are going to arrange a special discount for every subscriber right here for the blockchain today, and that discount is claimable if you sign up using my affiliate link down below. And that bonus is only available for the ones that have signed up to Bybit with my affiliate link in the past. Doesn't matter if it happened in the past or that you are signing up right now. I will announce more about that in the beginning of next week. It's going to be very interesting. But yeah, for sure, right now you already have that $600 bonus, but there will be an extra bonus by the start of next week. So for everybody who's interested in that, you can find my affiliate links down below this video. Guys, I want to wish every single one of you an awesome day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.